Hello, and welcome back to Fairhead. So in the last episode we got to a point where we had some grass fields cut, excuse me, and we were ready to start tedding up some fields, but unfortunately the rain has set in. It should only be for an hour, so what we're going to do first is, while we wait for that rain to die off and we can get back in the field, so it should be sunny, we are going to do this feed mix, throw it in with the cows. Is there something else in that? Let's have a look at actually how it's going into the... Yeah, so it's going in nicely, right. It just looked like the feed type was changing. Anyway, so we'll get this feed mix in, and then once we've done that, we will go and get the milk tanker. We'll get rid of all the milk, because there was a few thousand litres of milk there. 22,000 to be precise, so there's a bit of money to come in, and we'll also fill up the slurry tanker, just getting things prepared for another point in time. Hopefully once that rain has settled down we can then get in the field, get some tedding done, and use our new windrow that we bought last time as well. So I'll get this in and we will grab the milk tanker, and I'll see you when we've got the milk tanker at the sell point. Alright, so we're just coming up on the sell point now for the milk, which is just round the back of here. This should bring in a nice bit of extra money. We do have 490,000 in the bank, but don't forget we did just sell the other farm. We only paid 350,000 off the loan that we had when we got the new farm. So, as you can see, rain's coming down. The weather does say that it's only going to be this hour, but the problem we've got is August snow, September snow, September rain, so we really need to be getting prepared, ready for the first opportunity we get to do the corn, maize silage. So this is bringing in a lot of money actually. 20,000 odd litres has brought in over 40 grand. No, it's not, it's brought in over, should I say, nearly 30 grand. There you go. So, next job, while we're prepping things, is take this milk tanker back, and then we'll fill up the slurry tanker. The Ford is ready to go for some tedding, but what I might do while we've got the time is actually, well, wait here, see if we can get a larger tedder. It would make sense. That is only small, the one we have. So where are they? Tedders. This is the one we've got, which is 4.4 metres. We can double the size for 16 grand, which is probably well worth it. Though I do like that Samas one as well, with the boundary spreading system. I assume that stops it going over the edge of the field. Kind of would make sense. Yeah. We'll have that. We'll go and take the JCB and pick that up in just a minute. I'll get this back to the farm, and I will meet you back at the farm with the slurry tanker while we're filling that up. Okay, so we've just arrived back at the farm. The tedder's ready to go, so we're just going to jump straight into this. As you can see, we've not got much time left of the day. It only stopped raining, what, minutes ago, literally. So I'm hoping we don't really get stuck anywhere. So let's get this unfolded, see how it looks. A lot wider than our other one. I'll go vouch for that for sure. And this should be base stage, and it's not going to do the unconditioned grass that I didn't get before. No. Right. So this is going to be a lot quicker than it would have been with the Ford and the smaller tedder. So we're going to get this done and hope that we can get it all done, rowed and baled before it really gets too dark, because really don't know what the weather's going to be like for the next 2 in-game days, and it's saying snow and rain. So I will get the time lapse done of this, and I will see you once we've got this tedded up. Right, so we're coming to an end of tedding these fields. It's getting rather late. I don't know what it's still not looking like it's going to go dark really quick. It will. I know for a fact this map does go dark very, very quickly when it comes to the correct time, but fortunately it is August, so hopefully it'll be a bit later than I'm thinking it will be. So, but the good news is we've got that massive windrow, so that should take seconds to do. And then the baling up and picking up, we're just going to use the auto load trailer because, yeah, it's just going to be quicker that way. Well, that's the tedding done. We've got plenty of hay. Hopefully that'll last the cows through winter. We might have to do the other 2 fields of hay, as hay even. I'm hoping though we've got enough when we manage to get the corn out the ground, maize silage there to last the winter for that. So this is all just basically making sure we're prepped for winter for the cows. I do still need to get in this bunker and finish compacting it, but I also need to find a place for a shed because we're running out of space really rather quickly, and we've got quite a bit of equipment now, so we might be buying our little outdoor cow pasture a little bit earlier, which is field 95, I believe, is where I want to do it. I have tested that and it does seem to look like it'll work really, really well, so we'll have to wait and see. The first job, like I say, it's important that we get all of this hay rode and ready to go. So let's get this unfolding so I know exactly how far, because this is quite a wide piece of kit. Oh yes. See if I can actually line that up a bit. So as you can see, the snow's just showed up in the weather bar there. It's really not good. Not good at all. So we need to get this done. So I'm going to rush through rowing and baling this up as quick as I can, and hopefully we can get all the bales in shelter. At least try and be a little bit realistic rather than leaving them out, because leaving them in snow will do them no good whatsoever. So yeah, I'll jump straight into another time lapse and I'll see you in a moment. Right, so that made short work of rowing up that field and that field. 2 in a few minutes, not bad. So we need the baler. We just need to, it feels like we're rushing a bit through these jobs, but it really does need to be done. So let's get this parked up next to the slurry tanker, I think, for now. Just so that we've got it out of the way. Because I have a feeling if we took a look at the weather forecast, it's not going to look too great for us. Which I guess we can do actually now. May as well check it. So, weather. Alright, we've got until literally midnight. So we have got time to get this baled and picked up. But really, hope this weather doesn't get in the way of doing the maize silage when it comes time. Otherwise we're going to be up a bit of a creek without a paddle. But we have plenty of net wrap in there. 50 odd % should be enough. These rows are huge though. So let's get a start on this corner, I think. Yeah. Get it all unfolded. This is going to fill up unbelievably fast, I think. Yeah. Really, really fast. That's okay, that's a good thing. The more bales we get, the better. Should auto unload. He says. What's a unload? Can't remember now. Why? That's better. Whoops. There we go. These swaths are actually too big for this baler. That's probably not a good thing. Right, I'm going to get as much of this up as we can. And I'll be back with you in a couple of minutes. Okay, as you can see, we've got quite a few bales out of these two fields, and we're still going. Now, I'm just going to finish getting these baled up off screen, I think, and then I will see you in August. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to see to pick any of these bales up, so I'm hoping the snow is only just a light pattering. So I'll get this done, and I'll see you in August 2. August 2. Okay, so we managed to get a feed mix done when we got up in the morning. The snow was just a little pattering, so fortunately it's not actually blanketed everywhere. It doesn't look too bad. So we're going to go and give the cows a feed, and I should probably get out and pick these up, but first I want to really find a place to have a couple of sheds. So what we'll do is get this in with the cows. We'll leave the engine running, or we can turn the lights off as well, and then we'll take another one of the tractors down to where I want to do the cow pasture. I believe there's quite a nice spot there that's nice and flat that we could potentially get a couple of sheds on. So we'll take the Ford down. It's not had a run for a while, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I'll meet you down there. Okay, so the farm literally just up the road, as you can see. I want to use this grass field as a cow pasture. We'll put a bit of a fence off, and we'll use the expandable pastures mod. Now this, even though it is a bit hilly, might be flat enough to build a few sheds on. Stuff so we could store equipment, potentially some extra bales as well. We could take all the bales from up there, get ready for the cornfields, and bring them down here as well, because if we get ground level, it's a bit rolling, but really there's a nice sort of flattish area here that we could get a shed on, and there's no reason why we couldn't do anything with some of these other bits of area as well. So really I think it's probably worth every penny, because this is all one block field 95 and all of this. So just to show you where we are here, and so all of this from the top corner of 95 all the way down to the corner on the road there is all one. Plot 26. Excuse me. It's all really good land as well, to be fair. Loam and sandy loam. And it's 86,800. So we're going to buy that. Really need to figure out what sheds we want. We want them to look in keeping with the area. So let's have a look. There you go. So sheds. What do I want to go with? Got grain sheds. Collides with me. They don't really need to be that big, I mean. It all depends really where we want to put them as well. My player is in completely the wrong place. I will get down to the road. I'll just wait in the... I'll wait about there. Yeah. Right, so let's look for a couple of sheds again. Let's do it properly. English shed pack. Really, I want something that's got plenty of space underneath it. It doesn't necessarily have to have walls and all sorts, as long as it's a roof. It's expensive. Not got a massive footprint, that one. What else do we have? A lot of these base game ones are quite expensive, aren't they? So really, I think these, that's a purely decorational object. Does that mean we can't actually go in them? So we can get this, and we know it will actually work 100%. So let's get it as cheap as possible. About there is about as cheap as that one's going to get. And maybe something like this on the side as well. We can always put some extra storage in. About there. Right, let's see how that looks. You know what, I'm not actually mad with that. I think that looks okay. It doesn't look like it's going to be too bumpy getting in, but there's only one way really to test. First of all, come out of flight mode, that'll help. Jump in the tractor and well, first off we'll get these open, or this open. This thing will store plenty of bales inside. Yeah. Bales and equipment. So let's see how bumpy it is going up in them. If they do need any. That's absolutely fine, no issue there whatsoever. This might be a bit more bumpy. The right hand side looks okay, this end looks a little bit tricky. But it might not be too bad. Not really, I've seen much worse. Much worse. It should be pretty flat. Yeah. Okay, so I'm happy with that. We've got a bit of extra storage so I can move some stuff down. We can move a load of bales and things. I'll just keep enough up at the main farm to do some mixes really. So the next part of this, what I want to do with this area, that's nice, really good for storage, happy with that. Might even just change the whole lot into a yard. This pasture, what will be a cow pasture. So back into construction mode. Animals to start with. So we want expandable pattern, cows. EP ready. So we want this to be, the feed point will be nearish to the entrance. I'm thinking right about there. Okay, so now the expandable pastures, we can have something like this. It's just trying to find them so they don't overlap too much, but they work. So the cows will be able to walk in all of the area here. All of this area up here. I'm just going to basically fill as much of this space as I can, because that would allow them then to really come in pretty much anywhere on the field. That's the idea. Needs to be bigger than that. See what else there is. This will hold a lot of cows because each one of these does add to the capacity. So I need something quite large here now, probably just a bit bigger than that. One. So now, when it comes to it, the cows will all roam around this whole grass field, and we're just going to paint underneath the feed with some. Have we got some animal mud? Yeah, I'll have to do it. Brush size larger and shape. Just so we can see really the feed areas, and there you go. Make that a bit smaller. I'm going to bring that in. May as well make it all sort of line up. And then we need to continue all this fencing on. I'm not going to use loads of fence. I'm just going to go from there to there and put a gate in. So something that matches the map. If I've got anything, should have. He says. Not really. Okay, so it's not fantastic, but it's all fenced off with a very short, probably not very cow-proof fence actually. I didn't expect that to be as low as it was, but it'll do for now. I'll have to download some more mods. So this now will hold a silly amount of cows, but our cows can be out in summer, which is perfect. We've got some storage, which again is perfect. So we'll get this closed because we won't be using that until probably May time. We'll take the Ford back to the farm, and what I'll do dead quick is just go and grab something that we can bring back up here and hopefully get into storage if we can get through. So I'll see you in a second. Alright, so we've got the first piece of equipment that's going to be getting stored in this little shed on the right hand side, which is the tedder. We shouldn't really be needing it again this year. And the Ford can stay up here as well as a bit of a shunting tractor, just getting the equipment moved around as and when we can get the equipment out that we need for each individual in-game day. So let's drop that there. Fantastic. Okay, so that is all I've got time for today. If you enjoyed the episode, please do like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more on Fairhead. Goodbye.